Alright, so today we're going to talk about the Caran D'Ache Pencil Peeler. This is a specialized tool that you can use to sharpen pencils, pastel crowns, charcoal pencils, anything that you want to get a really fine, long point on. And this tool seems like a specialized way of sharpening your pencils that's different from something like a box cutter or a knife, X-Acto knife, something that's typically used when you're trying to get that really nice long point. So let's go ahead and pop this open and check it out. Alright, so we got our pencil peeler open. Let's go ahead and first just kind of check this tool out in general. The one thing I noticed as soon as I opened it up is it's got a really nice feel to it, like a nice bit of weight, but it's not too heavy. The construction's really nice. And so basically as a tool, it's this metal kind of prong shape with a blade wedged in the middle, and there's one side of the blade that's sharp and then the other side is dull to the touch. And so you can actually switch the blade out depending on which kind of orientation you want to do with the sharpening. And so let's go ahead and we'll do kind of a side-by-side of the peeler along with, again, our kind of typical way of sharpening a pencil, which would be the box cutter. So here we have a graphite pencil, also a Caran D'Ache product. This is the Caran D'Ache Graphwood pencil. And so typically when you sharpen a pencil to a long point with a knife, you take your pencil, you take your knife, and you sort of slowly touch the blade to the pencil, kind of using both hands and a bit of a light touch. You want to shave the wood off the pencil. This is different from sometimes using just one hand and trying to kind of hack or cut into that. You want to make sure you're kind of guiding the blade. And so the first thing to think about is when you're using these two hands together, it's kind of tough sometimes to coordinate and make sure you're getting the pencil wood all even as you cut it off. And then probably the biggest concern with anybody using an open knife would be in case the knife slips or if it kind of like is dull and catches on the pencil a little bit. And so this would be the normal technique. Now let's go ahead and take our pencil peeler and we'll try that out. So here's another pencil. We got ourselves another Caran D'Ache pencil. So what's cool about this pencil peeler is that you can take the pencil peeler and using that dull side, the dull side of the blade, you can touch the blade into the wood, kind of use your hand to notch it in there, and then slowly kind of pull into the pencil to peel. And what I like is that you can even just sort of use the one hand to peel into it as well. And so I think it's a really nice kind of safe guided way of cutting the wood away from the pencil. And by being able to grab the pencil peeler on the sides, it feels a little bit better than trying to use just the knife handle, which would normally be our method. And so you can really slowly get that pencil wood off. The blade's nice and sharp, and the product does come with a few replacement blades, which is great. It'd be even cool if, like a knife, you could probably sharpen the blades up and keep on using them over and over again. But yeah, this is a very nice kind of safe way to cut this pencil wood away. And so typically when we're sharpening these pencils to a really fine point, we would shave this wood off. Again, this is a lot like a potato peeler. Let me go ahead and move here a little more to the center. So we kind of shave that wood off. And as we start to get our fine point, then we can use our lead pointer to really get that lead nice and sharp and pointy. And again, that's good for charcoal, it's good for regular graphite pencil, even pastel. And so again, the motion that's really nice with this is that it's very controlled. Instead of kind of using the knife normally where you'd sort of flick up or away from the pencil, I like that I can kind of tuck this closer to myself or kind of closer to my hands and be really controlled as I guide that wood off the pencil. So there's most of the wood coming off at this point. Got ourselves a nice exposed piece of that graphite pencil. So now what I'm going to do is I'll go ahead and just do some fine tuning, get a little bit more of that wood off. Again, really impressed with how fine this gets, how easy it is to get little slivers of wood off to get that really even. And then of course, the final step usually would be once you've shaved a lot of that wood off, you can take a sandpaper, or what they call a lead pointer, like this little stick with the sandpapers on it, and then using kind of a back and forth motion, sort of rocking the pencil so it's evenly sanded, you can go ahead and sand that to a point. This is probably a terrible noise on the video. Maybe we'll do a little musical interlude during this part. Alright, so we sanded this down to a fine point, and we're going to kind of knock some of that graphite off of there. But you can see that when you shave the pencil, let me get that kind of more in focus, when you shave the pencil wood and then sand that point really fine, you really expose a lot of that graphite. And this is especially good because unlike a regular pencil where the wood is sort of close to the graphite, you're able to take your pencil and kind of really tilt it on its side for nice things like really fine shading, or even using it more with an underhand grip, almost like a paintbrush. And so it really gives you a lot of control and a lot of opportunity with the pencil to use it at all kinds of different angles. And again, with this pencil peeler, this Caran D'Ache Pencil Peeler, I think it's a really nice, safe alternative to using the box cutter, because the box cutter technique is not the easiest thing to learn. Sometimes it can be very tricky, and I think it's a little bit more erratic. The angle is sometimes harder to get that right angle to kind of cut all that wood off. And so I'm really pleased with this Caran D'Ache Pencil Peeler. It's a nice product, good construction, comes with the replaceable blades, and so I think it's something definitely worth checking out. It's a really unique product. I've never seen anything like this. Go ahead and follow the link at the bottom to find out more information on how to purchase this product or to get some more details on it. Thanks for watching.